Hi, I am Nasir from Freelancer and Programming Tips and Tricks. And in this tutorial, you will learn about CSS backgrounds. The CSS background properties are used to define the background effects for elements. CSS background properties are background color, background image, background repeat, and background attachment and background illusion. By using these properties, you can set and customize your background for your website. So these properties are the general background properties, and we will discuss. Let's open the Dreamer so that we can understand it with the examples. Now Dreamer is opening, and now let's take the HTML document and remove some code. And the property is HTML background CSS background color. First property is about the CSS background, and this is the CSS background, and we will discuss the property CSS background color. I am going to save this in the folder with the name background dot html. The background color property specifies the background color of an element, and here we will set the background color for a web page. For that, we will first of all we will write something in body. Let's say we will create a heading, hello world, and after creating the heading, we will move towards our other content of the body, like we will take a paragraph. And write some text. I'm going to text this page has a light blue background, and it will set in our CSS. Now there are three ways to use the CSS. First is the external style sheet, and second is the internal, and third is the inline CSS styling. But here we will use the second one, which is the internal CSS style. For that, we will take a style tag, and in this style tag we will write our CSS code for the background for body. Write the body and brackets, curly braces, and here we will write the background color. Let's say it's light blue. Save this document and see the browser. You can see that the color has been not changed because we have some mistake. Here is a mistake, which is the we have left a space between the two words, and now the color has been changed into light blue. And with CSS, color is most often specified by three ways, and this is the a valid color name like red, light blue, or etc, and then the hexa value like hash, ff, and tetra0, and an RGB value like RGB 255, 0, 0. These are the three ways to give the background colors to our web page. So now we want different background colors for different HTML elements. Then we will also change their background by using our CSS styling. For that purpose, we will let's create another thing. We have heading and paragraph, and also take a div element and close it below the paragraph. And we also want some text uh, out of paragraph and inside the div element. So for that purpose we will also write the text, some text after the div element, and this text is between the div elements, not in the between the paragraph. The text inside div element, right? And so we have taken the text between the div element out of the paragraph, and now we will save this document and define some CSS properties. So for the first thing, which is our heading element, so for heading element we will define different background. Let's say we will going to give this background as background color green, and for the other two elements, the paragraph and div, we will also define their background color so that we can separately identify the other two elements. Let's say its color is red, and for the paragraph we will also set any color we want to display in our web page for the paragraph. So choose the background color, let's say yellow, and now we have defined all the properties for the all HTML elements. Refresh the page and you can see the facts. The first thing is in the green form, and the others are red and yellow color. Then you can see that the div elements are in the red color and the paragraphs are in the yellow color, which we have set in our CSS. So this is about the CSS background, and the next thing is the CSS background image. How we can use the image in our web page by using the background image property. The background image property specifies an image to use and background of an element. By default, the image is repeated, so it covers the entire element. And now we will set the background image for our web page. I have downloaded these images in one folder, and you can use these images in your web pages. Here we will set the background image property so that we can display our background image, and by using the browse button you can select the image you want to display as a background in your web page. I want to use this image, paper.gif, and gif is the extension for the image. And now if we want to see this image, refresh the page, and you can see that the background image has been changed to the paper.gif, which we have specified in our CSS. And if we want the text clearly, then remove the colors or comment the CSS code for the other elements. Let's comment this code. And now the next thing we will see that you can see that the background image has changed and the text is displaying clearly. The other thing is if you use the background image which is a mix of the text, then it is not a good way to display the background image. and this is the bad combination of text and background image, and the text is hardly readable. So to set the background image, you should always use such an image which can display properly in your web page and never disturb the other content of your web page. So this is the right image for your web page, and text is readable in this image. Right, and the next thing is the background image repeating horizontally or vertically property, which we will discuss here. So for that purpose, you can use any image which is used as a background for your web page, and you can also repeat that image by horizontally or vertically. Let's take an image from the folder. I have already saved some images so that we can use in our web page. So now we will change the background image to the gradient_bg. This is the background image, and it's so small we can repeat this image, and by default this will repeat horizontally and vertically. So for the background image repeating property, we will use the repeat x and repeat y property. This is the image, which is the gradient_bg.png, and let's see in the browser. You can see that it is spreading along x-axis and y-axis automatically. You can also see the code, and in the code you can see that this image is very small and it is repeating at both sides. Here is the image, and it is repeating at x-axis and y-axis. And by default, the background image property repeats an image both horizontally and vertically. So some images should be repeated only horizontally or vertically, and they will look strange. So here you can also set its property, which is background repeat, and you can repeat this image to the left or right. Background repeat, and here you can set its property, which is repeat x or repeat y. As you can see that it is looking fresh and awesome at this stage, and if you can set its property, then this will display as a page. And if you have any question about this tutorial, then you can comment at my website or YouTube channel.